Hello and welcome to Swarm Grinder. This just came out onto Steam. If you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description. This is a very tactical auto shooter. Now you may think, oh yeah, auto shooter, that means Vampire Survivors, right? No. It's very different from that. The only thing it has in common with that is that you can pick up upgrades and that your character shoots automatically. But that's it. Yeah, there's actually a huge amount of stuff going on here. There is a fuel system in place. So your character needs to eliminate enemies with a limited fuel capacity and then pick up fuel from those enemies that you have killed and then try to survive as long as possible. But apart from that, you also decide when you spawn enemies. Yeah, I know. Okay, now enough of that. I'm actually going to try and see whether I can actually show you what's going on here. So there are two different gadgets available. This is constant trigger and this is expanding trigger. So basically, in my opinion, constant trigger is the harder mode because you don't decide when you spawn enemies. It's just automatic, right? However, expanding trigger allows you to enlarge the circle and activate enemies. Anyway, the point is, our first ability here, or our first objective, shall we say, is to clear 25 mining zones to win. After each zone is cleared, the Trident Initiative will send a drilling station, offering you 3 skill options to choose from. Follow the indicators to locate the zones. Very nicely done. There is also a meta progression system, as you might expect. There's all these wonderful little upgrades here. I obviously don't have enough for any of that because I'm terrible at this game, but anyway, these are the controls. As you can see, pretty simple. WSD, space, or right mouse button, move around, so on and so forth. So yeah, anyway, here we go. No enemies are going to attack me until I actually start clearing these gray zones as well as these red zones. You see the red zones? That's where the enemies will spawn from. However, my fuel is actually depreciating right now, so I should probably get out there and try and do some damage. As you can see, we do have a unique weapon as well. So as you see here, you always consume fuel. If your fuel drops to 0, you spend your health instead. An overfilled tank will make you overcharged. The more overcharged thresholds you pass, the more you benefit from character perks. Enemies might drop fuel when they die. Collect them to refuel your tank. Alright, so that's exactly what we're going to do. As you can see, they're actually dropping little gas canisters, and I'm picking those up. And if I just clear out this mining zone here, you can see that I have now cleared that. Each mining zone gives you 3 upgrade options, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I have no idea what they're actually giving me, so I'm just going to take one of these random things. We actually just gained homing missiles, so I'm very much looking forward to using that. And now we're going to have to clear these out. This is me clearing them out, by the way. This is not automatic. The only thing automatic right now is my character shooting. That's it. So let's try and clear this out as well. There we go. We did it. Nice. And now if I can just, okay, we could take an upgrade to homing missiles. Let's take an upgrade to homing missiles and see what we can get. Okay, I'm going to go for ricochet because missiles bouncing from one enemy to another sounds pretty good. So let's just do that. Okay, so we can now actually also use the arrows on the screen to determine where we're going or to, kind of see where we're going. And hopefully I'm going to get some HP back as well because enemies are quite, shall we say, generous with the amount of health that they give you, but that's because the general gameplay loop is quite punishing at times. So you're going to have to be a bit more on the ball than I am being right here. Anyway, there we go. Cleared out another one. We can actually get an upgrade to our Gatling gun as well, which is exactly what I'm going to do. We can go for crit chance if we want to do that. Shoots wider and farther with increased magazine capacity. That sounds like a pretty fun idea. Yeah, going to go for that, I guess. And then we'll try it out. Okay, I'm just going to go over in this direction. Please don't die. There we go. Yeah, now this is actually really nice. Being able to fire further away, pretty cool. And that's the thing you've got to realize. If you run out of fuel, you're dead, right? You're dead. Or, well, you're not dead, but it starts taking your HP. And so that is the major difficulty curve in this game. And that's the reason why I said to you, it is so incredibly unique in comparison to a lot of other auto shooters currently out there, because as I said before, you literally decide when you spawn the enemies and I just killed myself. Yep. Yeah. And that's exactly what can happen. Look at that. So incredibly simple. And we're just gonna restart. We're just gonna restart straight away. There's no need for me to go through any of that setup again because we only have one character enabled as it is. Let's go down here this time around. try and get an upgrade super quickly, and that's the point. You can actually decide where you go, and also when these drilling stations come down, they actually kill anything underneath, which is actually pretty awesome. Anyway, let's try and destroy this golden thing. I have no idea what that golden thing is. Anyway, let's rapid fire. Ooh, increases damage of skills tagged with rapid fire. Okay, let's try and maybe itemize for that a little bit. Let's see if we can kill this thing. I have no idea what that was even. But yeah, let's go down here to the 12 meters away one. Try and see if I can maybe avoid dying. Gotta be a little bit careful here. There we go. Getting some more fuel, getting some more fuel, getting some more health. Thank you. I need some more enemies actually, because otherwise I'm going to run out of fuel. And as I said, if you actually time it just right, you can actually get this drilling station to drop down onto your opponents and kill them instantly. So that's really nice. Okay, ooh, applies burn effect. Nice. Okay, I like that. Let's go over to this side. Got to be a bit careful here though, because there are more enemy spawn locations, as you can see. Wow, almost died. Yeah, by the way, the gas canisters can disappear if you do not pick them up in time. So that is something, again, that is applying pressure to the player. You're not going to have an easy time just kind of sitting back. You've got to take risks. You've got to take damage, which is exactly the reason why I actually say that they are quite forgiving when it comes to the amount of health pickups they provide you. And in my opinion, I think that's actually a master stroke. Because if you didn't have that, you'd be out of luck. You'd be out of luck. You'd be so incredibly sad. You would literally be like, okay, well, I can't do anything here because I don't have any HP. I can't take these risks. I can't move forward like this and take a huge amount of enemies on at the same time. You know, it further increasing the, shall we say, the draw and the intensity of how fun the gameplay loop actually turns out to be. And you wouldn't get that normally, you know, you wouldn't get that normally because health in these kinds of games is usually very restricted. You're going to have to pick up, you know, hidden wall chicken or turkey or whatever it is usually. And yeah, you're going to have to be very careful with that. Now, the areas that you're clearing out, by the way, are actually respawning as well. So that's also a thing that you've got to take into account. So if you can clear them all out, of course, like I did just here, then they're not going to respawn. But yeah, you've got to be a bit careful on that. Anyway, we're getting a wave incoming in just a second. I actually wouldn't mind doing more damage. Let's do more damage, why not? And now we're getting an increased wave. So this wave is coming in now. As you can see, it just spawns a bunch of enemies nearby to where you are. Now the problem with that is that I can't actually determine where they're coming from. So that is obviously a big problem. And you can see here exactly the reason why. Because now I'm going to have to face enemies that are coming from all different directions. I can't control that, and that's the reason why I said the other way of controlling your gadget, you know, the one that I was talking about before, the constantly enabled circle that triggers all of the enemies in the various zones around you. That is hard mode, in my opinion. That's hard mode. Not unless you have very strict control about your movement. And that's just another aspect of the skill ceiling that is present in this game. And that's the reason why I said to you at the very start, this is not like any other auto shooter, because it has this fuel system, it has the ability for you to decide when enemies are going to attack you. And not in a static way either. You're not going to a point on the map and enabling it by interacting with some location. No. You're actually having to do that while traveling to the next place, while being attacked, while having to manage your fuel and all that wonderful stuff. So it really makes a huge difference. Okay, let me just do this, kill that guy. I want to get more Gatling guns, please. There we go. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to go for decreased magazine size and cooldown. I think that sounds like a pretty nice idea because I'd like to maybe reload just that much faster. I'm actually not entirely sure whether that's even a good idea, to be honest. Oh no. Okay, we've got exploding mobs coming in now. All right, yeah. So these exploding guys, they obviously explode on their own friends as well, on their own allies. They do explode on them too. So that's actually really nice, and hopefully we'll be able to make good use of that. But unfortunately, I think I am about to die. Don't think I really have anything more here. I might be able to. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to. There we go. Nice. Okay, another wave is incoming. Okay, this is not good. All right, let me just try to kill some of these. I'd like to get some HP, please. Yeah, I'm getting a bit unlucky with my HP drops. Ooh, there's an explosion. Oh, explosive one. Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, there we go. I'd like to... don't die. Okay, there we go, there we go. Explode that guy. Oh, there's health. Yes, give me that health. Sweet, sweet health. Thank you very much. And there we are. Okay, so now we've got some waves coming in. Massive, massive big wave. Oh, this is massive. Okay, yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said massive. Okay, yeah, that's not particularly good for me. Okay, I'm going to have to do this, where we're going to have to activate and run over to one of our other safe zones, and then run around this safe zone. This is going to be very harsh. Ow. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why I said it was going to be pretty harsh. Okay. Yeah, anyway, we did get 10 bio shards, which is actually pretty good. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to the main menu, because I wouldn't mind... actually, these are the achievements. Let's not go there. Let's go to the workshop, and this is our first thing here. So the most popular upgrades that everyone must have. A complete price performance product. Don't miss it. All right, so in other words, you can increase your global damage by 20%, increase your health by 15, or your movement speed. I'm going to go for this one. Well, obviously, you know, increase my global damage. That's really, really good in my opinion. You can also increase your max fuel, decrease your fuel consumption in overcharge, and everything else basically that is related to your character in some way or another. So it's really making a huge difference. There are different characters as well. As you can see, Hive Hunter is unlocked with 2,000 enemies in one run. This gives you the Cleaver user, which is a melee unit by the looks of things. So that's actually that's looking pretty fun. But obviously we only have this available at the moment, and there is only one game mode at the moment, but I'm going to assume that they're going to work on some extras. And for me personally, I find this game mode to be extremely interesting because, as I say, you have so much to do in this. Anyway, I'm actually going to show you the constant trigger instead of the expanding one, because this one is always on, okay? So I'm going to warn you now. I'm probably going to die within the first minute, maybe in the first 2 minutes, okay? I don't hold out much hope for this. I survived about 3 minutes 40 or something like that in the previous run, or maybe a bit longer than that, I don't know. But this time, it's going to be out of my control, with the exception of how close my character is to the enemy spawns. So as you can see, boom. Okay, where do we want to go? 7 meters. We probably want to go over here. So you can see here, it's constantly on. This is not me having this on, right? This circle. So me spawning this right now, that is not my choice. So yeah, anyway. Fire a missile at a random enemy in range that explodes upon impact, dealing area damage. Nice, okay. Yeah, so that's my mortar. So I've now got a new mortar, new weapon. That's probably what I should have been taking beforehand, to be honest. That was maybe my mistake previously, where I just didn't have enough killing potential. And that probably kind of signed my death warrant in more ways than one. Alright, so I'm going to go for Lucky Charm here. That gives me more critical chance, which is fantastic. And I think what I'd actually like... you know what? Maybe I wouldn't like that, because I was thinking to myself, what would I like about, you know, being able to see the descriptions of these various things that you can pick up? Because obviously, if you've played the game enough, you're going to kind of know what these are just from the name, and you can kind of tell as well. Like, for example, Lucky Charm kind of tells you, yeah, it has something to do with critical chance or something to do with some kind of chance, right? Because Lucky Charm, you know, is usually to do with something like, you know, 4-leaf clover or whatever, and I actually don't know what I should take here. Guess I'll take the unknown. Let's take the unknown one. Fires in a circular order until its magazine is empty. Sounds fun. Is it? Oh no, it looks to be kind of bad. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of this one actually. Not a big fan of this. Okay, I'm going to be running over here, just uncovering all of that. Kill them all with the big splody slamming thing. And now we have an upgrade for our Gatling gun. Alright, what do we want to go for? Probably this one. Bullets bounce from one enemy to another. I think that sounds like the most useful one. And let's just try and run around here. Yeah, but you can see quite clearly how hectic it can now get, because I can't decide when I spawn the opponent. So that's obviously going to be a pretty big deal. Can I get some more HP, please? Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I had no idea that there was actually some health there. But yeah, seems like Maybe, you know what? Maybe there should be an indicator on the screen that tells me where the health is. Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know, because I obviously can't see it sometimes if it's too far away from me. So I don't know. But maybe that's my own fault. Maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, let's just pick up this and we'll try and see if we can do this before the next wave comes in. I actually don't know whether I can kill myself with the big slamming thing that comes down. That would be pretty funny if I could. Anyway, swings blade, damaging enemies around you. Ooh, that seems pretty fun. So that is basically the new character's weapon, which, yeah, it's pretty good. It actually does some pretty significant damage as well, surprisingly enough. Okay, so this is the edge of the map, as you can see right here. Now, enemies are going to come from, oh, only over from, maybe we can manipulate where the wave spawns. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I was actually unsure whether I could even do that, but that seems pretty cool. I'm actually running out of fuel right now, which is really bad. So let's just, we need to kill more enemies. That's the problem. I have too many, I have too many weapons. No, I have too many weapons. This is real bad. Okay, there we go. Give me all that fuel. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, we got another bio shard. That golden thing that you can see on the floor there sometimes, that is indeed a bio shard that you have to destroy. You have to destroy the outer protective coating, and then you'll be able to pick up a bio shard. Okay, so now let's actually just be very careful. I think I'm dead here, actually. Yeah, I knew as soon as that happened that I was basically dead. But we did get 5 bio shards, which I suppose is relatively decent. And I actually felt like I did much better than anticipated. But this definitely increases the speed and intensity of the game by a significant margin. Let's go up this time. Let's try a different build, because I felt like I had too much fuel consumption. Did you see that? Way too much fuel consumption. So I'm going to pick Vortex Blade this time around. This is going to increase my fuel consumption by 3. So I have to be careful about how I do that, because obviously 3 fuel per second every single time it gets used, that's obviously kind of harsh. But if we can maybe make it a little bit easier. Oh, buffs all active skills. Global damage plus 30%. That's actually pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Let's continue going around here. Gotta be careful. Don't get killed. Don't get killed. Yeah, this is exactly my point. You gotta be real careful. Very slick, very fluid with your movements as well, because you cannot take too much damage. Thankfully, all these guys are dropping health for me right now. I'm actually overcharged. That blue bar on my fuel gauge indicates that I'm overcharged, and I believe that means I do more damage? Question mark? I'm actually not entirely sure. I think it is that I do more damage during that. But yeah, otherwise we should be pretty fine. Let me just lure some of these guys in there, get them killed by that. Okay, we can get the mortar or we can get detonate. Now I'm going to go for arsenal once again. That's going to do much more damage for us. Increases blades and launchers skill count, but decreases damage of all active skills. No, not really going to do that. Each kill grants healing. Ooh, okay, I think that sounds pretty fun. Why not? Let's go for that. And let's go over to the 16 meters one, because obviously I'm trying to go to the closest one possible so that I can get skills as soon as possible. Okay, we're going to go for... Should I go for homing missiles? Yeah, I'll go for homing missiles. I think we need a little bit of an extra damage boost, and hopefully that's going to help me out. Hopefully it's not going to be too draining on our reserves. I think the main reason why it was draining beforehand is because of it had too low of a cooldown, basically. The other abilities that I was using had too low of a cooldown, and so they would just continually use fuel way too much more than I could actually recuperate. And that's obviously just on me, you know. Could have probably done something a little bit different there. But anyway, we've got a wave coming in. Can I pick up some of this fuel, please? Oh, no. There we go. Okay, I'm actually overcharged. This is pretty good. The wave is coming in 20 seconds. Can I actually clear this out beforehand? I don't know whether I'm going to be able to. Yeah, I am. Whoa, killed a bunch as well. Very nice. Okay, can we actually get some of this done? Yes, I will go into the Lucky Charm, get some more critical hit chance. Very nice. Okay, yes, overcharged. Perfect. Give me that health. Yes. Okay, the homing missile is actually doing some pretty decent damage, surprisingly enough. Okay, the wave is now going to come in. Yeah, we manipulated it very successfully once more. So I don't know whether you noticed that, but basically, if you go close to a certain side, then you can manipulate where the wave actually appears, which is very clever, which is exactly the reason why I said, wow, I actually am very, very appreciative of that, because I was thinking to myself, how am I supposed to, you know, defend myself against a wave that comes from two sides. You know, that's very difficult to do, but thankfully that is actually not what you need to do. You just need to manipulate where the enemies spawn, and then you can adequately defend yourself as necessary. Anyway, let's just see if I can get these uncovered. There we go. Nice. And we've still got fuel. I'm actually doing pretty well here. I'm surviving a lot more than I was beforehand. Okay. Increases global crit chance while under 40% health. That's not really what I want to go for. I want to go for global crit damage, I think. Because I do have quite a bit of critical chance, I think. I'm actually not entirely sure. Anyway, let's go over to... Oh, no, please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, no. Yeah. Never mind. Okay. Oh, just as I said. Yes, just as I said. I'm doing a lot better this time around. No. No. Actually not. Actually not. Anyway, there you go. It actually shows us how many kills we've gotten. And you need to get 2,000 kills to be able to unlock the next character, which is actually doable, I think. Because if you think about what I'm doing right now, I'm attempting to go to each of these mining locations, right? If you didn't really focus on that much, and you just got, you know, some weapons that you kind of liked, and you just started to kill things, and then maybe started to slowly make your way over to these mining stations, maybe that's a better idea instead of rushing for it. I actually don't know. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this episode. I could continue playing this for a lot longer, but I think you've got the gist of the gameplay loop and everything, and you'll know by now whether you want to go and get it for yourself. Anyway, there is a link in the description if you want to do that. This has been Swarm Grinder. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.